Are you tired of working longer hours for less pay? Are you in a position where increased responsibilities lead to increased liabilities? Are you sitting there quietly quitting your current job? Are you stuck in a position that you can't seem to get out of? Well, guess what? License to Live episode 165 is just for you.
Welcome to the Licensed to Live show, where professionals, doctors, champions, VIPs, attorneys, and those in public office discover strategies that help you restart and gain what is lost when you find yourself accused. If another has doubted your integrity, questioned your credentials, or caused your actions to come under scrutiny, you are in the right place. On the other hand, if you have never felt the knot in the pit of your stomach when legal papers are served, the heartbreak of disappointing your family when the lock clicks shut on handcuffs, or had to appear before a board of review, then be aware, the longer you serve, the more likely you are to find yourself under the microscope of those who judge. Prepare yourself for this uncomfortable possibility. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jarrett Patton.
Welcome to this episode of License to Live. My name is Dr. Jarrett Patton, and I'm your host for our journey together today and every day you listen to this show. If you or anyone you know has been dissed in their career, please invite them to join us along this journey. Just go to your favorite podcast player and hit subscribe. I'm talking iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it, we're there. And while you're listening, hey, rate this episode, give me honest feedback so I make sure I provide you with the most up-to-date information about career challenges and life changes. Yeah, today, a lot of you guys are sitting around quiet quitting, getting more and more responsibilities for less pay or less time off. I talked to somebody just the other day that said they had to give back 10 days of PTO because they just couldn't take it all. You and so many of you guys are just struggling right now in these jobs, and you know you want a way out, you know you want to live another life, and I'm going to tell you how to do it right after we finish thanking our sponsors. Hey, this is Dr. Jarrett Patton. Do you need more positivity in your life? No matter what part of your life you want to transform, positive affirmations can help you achieve your goals. But sometimes making permanent changes can be difficult. Designed with you in mind, License to Live. Daily affirmations to rebuild your life will inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. License to Live. Daily affirmations to rebuild your life will set you on the path to changing your mindset, beliefs, speech, and ultimately your actions. You can change your life now by getting your copy at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your finer book retails, or licensedtolive.com. That's licensedtolive.com.
Hey guys, this is Janae Noonan, and I'm here with Dr. Jarrett on License to Live. Hit the subscribe, follow the journey, let's go.
Something smells good. EH3 coffee. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. Nothing better than waking up. EH3 in your cup. Premium organic. EH3 coffee. Nothing better than in the middle of your day. EH3 coffee. Premium organic. EH3 coffee.
I like to say that EH3 Coffee is our grand sponsor for License to Live, the conference. I want to make sure that you guys are getting the License to Live, the conference. It's online, it's virtual, July 14th, 15th, 16th. You can't miss it. It is a great lineup. And just for you fire starters, those that ride or die, those of you that are listening to this podcast, you get a special deal that is not found anywhere else. You go to licensetolive.com right now, get your online ticket, and you will get it for less than the early bird price. All you have to do is type in LTL podcast, one word, LTL podcast in the coupon section, and you get a discount. That simple. LicensedToLive.com. Go right now. Well, speaking of this conference, this is the next conference that we've had going on. And one of the things I'm so excited to bring you guys this year is that we have a virtual component. So all of you listeners in France, parlez-vous français, England, the rest of the UK, Spain, South Africa, I know a lot of you guys are listening now, more and more listening. So if you are in any of those countries listening to my podcast right now, shout out to Mexico. Shout out to Mexico, you guys too. Tell a friend about the show. Keep listening to the show. And you can get a discount, join into License to Live, the conference, right along with everyone else. So this year, you don't have to travel to Philadelphia. You can get it right online. And let me tell you a little bit more. We have a great lineup of physicians. You are going to learn so much. So if you are in a position that you are unhappy in your current job, you don't understand how you are going to get out of your current job situation. Maybe you're sitting around, you're quiet quitting, you're doing all of these things. This conference is for you because you will learn from a number of the nation's leading experts about different ways in which you can change their life. And in many instances, they will tell you how they change their own life and give you a blueprint that you can follow. You don't have to be sitting around miserable in this. You can get yourself out. We will start off the day on Saturday, and this is after the VIP day on Friday. We will have Dr. Marion Mass. She is a well-known physician, particularly in the Philadelphia and Bucks County area, is the co-founder of Practicing Physicians of America, a grassroots organization that really is trying to look at some of these problems in healthcare. Why is our American healthcare so expensive? Trying to cut out some of the middlemen. And guess what that affects? It affects your job. It affects your job. And that is one of the reasons why you're there. So she's going to set the tone and give you this overarching view of what's going on in healthcare now and things that you need to look out for and speak up against. Dr. Marion Mass is an excellent speaker. She'll be followed up by Dr. Keena Peppers. She is a former U.S. service member, best-selling author, radio host in Chicago. And she is coming to tell her story about overcoming large challenges in life and using it to curtail her career as an obstetrician, gynecologist, to a woman's health specialist. And she will tell you how she is doing that. Next up on the list is Dr. Nee Darko. Yes, the host of Docs Outside the Box podcast. He will be here. He's going to talk about finances, podcasting, just life in general, working with his wife, working as a locums trauma surgeon. And oh my goodness, you're going to learn so many things, how to use your skills and gifts that you currently have to follow another passion. And he has definitely done that. Mid-morning on Saturday, we have a special, and I mean very special, unannounced guest. I can't even tell you who it is right now, but I guarantee the message that they will provide will be long-lasting, and you will remember it and even change your life because of it. This year, we're going to have a private lunch with me. Now, how are you going to have a private lunch if, we're all across the world in this conference? Well, I will have sign-up slots. So if you already bought your ticket, you will have an email coming to you It's going to be first come, first serve, and you will have a private one-on-one lunch with me. I love meeting new people, so I can't wait to open up those schedule slots so that we can do this. And of course, if you're one of those people, you're going to get a special Dr. Jarrett License to Live gift pack that we'll send out to you. And basically, you're going to get to pick my brain. We are going to give you a time to straighten out your own life. Then we kick right into the afternoon with Dr. Lisa Herbert. She is a leading leadership coach. She has been in medicine for a couple of decades, and she has used her skills in leadership in helping those that wish to have a leadership position become better leaders. Now, if you're listening to me and you're following along this curriculum, some of you guys are working on the front line and your voices are being muted. One of the best ways to change your situation is get into some of the leadership so your voice will be heard and you can push yourself forward and advance healthcare at the same time. Isn't that great? She'll be followed up by Dr. Bonzo Reddick. He is a regional director of health for the Southeast region of Georgia. He's a public health expert, and he will be releasing a brand new book called Health Equity. And he'll be doing that maybe even with our help. But he has a number of funny stories that you can relate to your own life and build a better practice, providing more equitable health outcomes for all of your patients. We'll be followed up by emergency physician and traveling doc, Dr. Yvette McQueen, MD. She is a global physician on a mission to educate about health, travel wellness, and disease prevention. She literally travels all over the world, and she will be telling of her tales, both going around the world and changing her life to be in charge of it, not letting her career take charge of her. So she still works as an emergency doc. She knows exactly when she's going to do that, but she also works as a worldwide tour guide, setting up tours, setting up travel trips, because that's something she's always loved to do. And now she's doing that for other people. It is an incredible way to use your skills, talents, and interests to build a better life. Following up Dr. Yvette, we're going to have Dr. John Jerica. He is the non-clinical physician. You guys know him from Facebook. You guys know him from the NewScript app, and he will talk about non-clinical careers and the evolution of NewScript, which is an app that is helping lots of doctors get better control over their life and their career by learning other ways to do it besides traditional medicine, working for hospitals and clinics. Then I will round up the day just kind of rolling up everything that we've talked about. You know, I have stories to tell, and believe me, I'm going to tell them as we wrap up that first day. Now, that's not it. We have a packed Sunday where we will start off with Dr. Carol Penn. She is a wellness and obesity medicine physician, and board certified in both family medicine and obesity medicine. And she focuses on mind, body medicine, arts, and nutrition, where all of these things fit in together with us. She has spoken on the License to Live stage a couple of times before. She is always out to give a wonderful performance. I wish you guys saw her speech last year, but she's going to give a wonderful performance, I know, and help you think about how your wellness leads to your overall satisfaction in your current career. Next on the stage, we will have social media doc extraordinaire, Dr. Donna Coriel. She will be coming in live to talk about social media, how she's used social media and platform, and how she even quit medicine. We had her come on in the very first License to Live conference, and people were very interested about the social media approach, but she's gone even farther now, and she has walked away from medicine altogether. She's hung up that stethoscope, and she's going to tell you why she did that, how she did that, and why social media is important for you. Now, as a side note, I never thought that social media was important. I didn't even have social media. The ironic thing, social media, rumors on social media is what led to my License to Live story, in which, well, life has changed for me for the better because of that. And so that helped me get out of a situation that, well, I thought I was pretty happy with it overall, but I had to develop other skills using social media to create a message of hope, of aspiration. And now I just love it, just like I love doing this podcast. Next up, we will have Nurse Allie Gorman. She is a television journalist who spent the majority of her career talking health and wellness on television, both nationally and in the Philadelphia area. She's going to talk about making her change from what seemed to be a desirable career talking about health on television every day to moving into a technical space, developing apps, and now using her years of experience in front of the camera to help other people become better in front of the camera and even pitching to the media. So you can't miss this one. If you have a message that you are dying to get out, don't miss Nurse Allie Gorman. Next up to bat, we are going to have Dr. George Nam and his wife, Vanessa. They will tell their story of how they used to run a successful family medicine practice together. Life seemed to be pretty good, but then all of a sudden a storm came brewing and knocked them out. Dr. Cheap, as he likes to be called, has an incredible story of bravery, heroism, and fighting until the very end, which ended up in the Supreme Court in order to follow another passion. So despite facing adversity, tremendous adversity that would, wipe out the majority of doctors, he stood up, faced it, confronted it, and made his life better by taking a different career path. And I'm so happy that we just recently added Miss Tyshina Davis. She is a multiple best-selling author and owns a publishing company that publishes independent books. And she will be talking about her brand new book called Authorlocity and how each and every audience member, with all of your degrees, with all of your expertise, you can make yourself an overwhelming success and expert by taking your knowledge, putting it in the format of a book, and getting yourself to the next level. So as you see in this program, we are giving you skills in which you can use starting on that Saturday, starting on that Sunday, July 15th and 16th, to change your life forever. You can move on. So folks, you see what I'm telling you. And I want you to be there. So make sure you are using the discount code LTL podcast. You get a rate even lower than the early bird rate. I know that's insane, but I ride with you, fire starters. I've been hearing positive feedback from this show, from you listeners about the show, and I'm excited to continue the show, and it makes me want to make the show even better. And as a result, you guys get the best discount available. So finally, I'm going to have a few closing remarks and ways that you can get started from now until July 14th, 2023, right after we finish thanking our sponsor.
The time is now to refresh your career. We help doctors, lawyers, executives, and VIPs refresh and restart. Dr. Jarrett's coaching helps you build confidence, gain more credibility, develop more leadership skills, and gain clarity in your career path. Want to climb the executive ladder or branch out on your own? We'll put your career in overdrive. Visit drjarrett.com and sign up for your free strategy session.
I love the fact that the audio of this commercial, this has been playing on the podcast for a while, really came from a video version of it that was on television. I actually tried television ads for my very first time a few months ago. And if you really want to see what the ad looks like to go along with this audio, just go to my YouTube channel at Dr. Jarrett. You'll probably find it on the License to Live YouTube channel as well. And of course, drjarrett.com will have it, or follow any of my social media feeds because I have placed it there at Dr. Jarrett. Spell out the word doctor, J-A, 2 R's, E, 1 T. Now I know you guys have listened to this point and you're like, okay, well, this is one big advertisement for this conference. And yes, I am telling you guys to buy your tickets for this conference. And I'm telling you reasons why you need to do this. It's an incredibly small investment this year after we've switched to virtual. And because of that, you are going to get a bang for your buck with all of these specialists that have changed their life, that have gone in different directions, that have faced adversity, that have faced that turmoil that you're facing in your own job. And time and time and time again, people talk about how great this program is. And in fact, I'm going to end this show by letting other people speak about this conference because it has made a difference in their life. You might as well hear it from the individuals.
I'm John Jerica, and I had the pleasure of being at the License to Live conference this year. I attended the VIP session yesterday. It was fantastic.
I think I valued most the networking that we got to do, the intimate setting where people really got to know one another. It was very comfortable.
It really felt like a mastermind. As we learned from speakers, as attendees, we were able to share knowledge and share information. And for me, that was the biggest takeaway for the VIP day.
I really recommend that if you have the opportunity to come to the next VIP session of the License to Live conference, I would definitely recommend it.
Jump at the chance if you have the opportunity.
Well, you've heard it from them, folks. I know where I'm going to be July 14th, 15th, and 16th, and I really hope that you can join us for that. And until then, I'll see you next time.
No matter how disheartening the moment of accusation sounds, how deep the pain of immobilization stabs, or how bleak your future looks, no one can take away your license to live. Keep Dr. Jarrett's expertise handy and unlock your future. Go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or another podcast player and subscribe right now to Licensed to Live. See you next time.